kombucha. So what I did was I made a big thing of tea, and I also put in a lot of sugar, so it's sweet tea right now, but it's actually too hot, so I'm cooling it down by pouring it back and forth. I thought you might like these sounds. Oh no, this is really hot. But my hands are cold, so it feels good. Because it's such a big body of water, it takes a while for it to cool down, unlike if I just left out my teacup. It's so cold in here that it gets cold right away. But not this, so that's why I need to pour it. I'm just waiting for it to transfer its heat into the jar. Get rid of the heat. This pot's still too hot. I think I'm going to have to let that sit there a little tiny bit. As it's still really quite hot. And it needs to be like at least just room temperature, I think. I'm going to let it sit, but I want to show you the glass I had. That I was using to measure the batch I did before, and in this thing, this scary looking thing is my Kombucha SCOBY, and it's really big. Symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. And it's in some of the stuff from my previous batch. So that's kombucha. It's a fermented black tea. This bacteria thing eats the sugars and changes them into whatever it is that it changes them into. It's fermented. It's slightly alcoholic, I guess, like 0.01% alcohol. What I did, so that was just like, that's a SCOBY and then a bit of the last batch. And I put the last batch that is ready into this bottle, and I'm going to let it ferment on the counter a little bit longer and get more fizzy. You can see it's pretty fizzy already, but I want it to be like really fizzy. It's not olive oil, it's just the bottle I had because it has this top. So I'll leave that for a day or so, or drink out of it, I'm not too sure, before sticking it in the fridge. So what I usually do, I also have this cheesecloth and this elastic. After this is cool enough, I'll pour it into this bigger jar, like I had it in before. And then I'll put, sorry dirty dishes, the SCOBY into it on top of it, cover it with the cheesecloth and the elastic, and then put it in my cupboard for at least a week for it to do its magic. And that's it.